Chapter 1. Do not carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievement. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of respecting social institutions and creative achievement, and warns against the dangers of carelessly denigrating or tearing them down. He argues that social institutions such as marriage, family, and education, as well as creative achievements such as art, music, and literature, are essential for the flourishing of individuals and societies. Key points: social institutions and creative achievements are essential for the flourishing of individuals and societies. Carelessly denigrating or tearing them down can have negative consequences. Actionable steps: identify the social institutions and creative achievements that are important to you and your community. Respect and honor these institutions and achievements, even if they have flaws or imperfections. Avoid carelessly denigrating or tearing them down, and instead work to improve them or build upon their strengths. Example: an entrepreneur who is part of a community with a strong tradition of family values and artistic expression can identify these as important social institutions and creative achievements. They can respect and honor these institutions and achievements, even if they have flaws or imperfections, by supporting local art and music events and promoting family-friendly activities. They can avoid carelessly denigrating or tearing them down by working to improve them or build upon their strengths, such as by sponsoring art classes or organizing family-friendly events. Chapter 2. Imagine who you could be and then aim single-mindedly at that. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of imagining who you could be and then aiming single-mindedly at that ideal. He argues that having a clear vision of one's desired future self can provide motivation and direction for achieving one's goals, and that taking single-minded action towards that ideal is essential for success. Key points: imagining who you could be provides motivation and direction for achieving one's goals. Taking single-minded action towards that ideal is essential for success. Actionable steps: visualize who you could be and what your ideal future self looks like. Break down that vision into specific, achievable goals. Take single-minded action towards those goals without getting distracted by other opportunities or distractions. Example: an entrepreneur who wants to achieve success can visualize their ideal future self, such as a successful business owner with a strong reputation in their industry. They can break down that vision into specific, achievable goals, such as launching a new product line or expanding into a new market. They can then take single-minded action towards those goals without getting distracted by other opportunities or distractions, such as by dedicating a specific amount of time each day to working towards those goals. Chapter 3. Do not hide unwanted things in the fog. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of confronting and addressing unwanted things in one's life, rather than hiding them in the fog of avoidance. He argues that avoiding difficult or unpleasant tasks or emotions can lead to further problems down the road, and that facing them directly is the best way to overcome them. Key points: confronting and addressing unwanted things in one's life is essential for overcoming them. Avoiding difficult or unpleasant tasks or emotions can lead to further problems down the road. Actionable steps: identify the difficult or unpleasant tasks or emotions that you have been avoiding. Face them directly without trying to hide them in the fog of avoidance. Break them down into smaller, manageable tasks or seek support from others if necessary. Example: an entrepreneur who has been avoiding a difficult conversation with a business partner can identify that as a difficult or unpleasant task they have been avoiding. They can face it directly, without trying to hide it in the fog of avoidance, by scheduling a specific time and place to have the conversation and preparing ahead of time. They can break down the task into smaller, manageable steps, such as identifying the main points they want to cover or practicing active listening skills. If necessary, they can also seek support from others, such as a mentor or coach, to help them navigate the conversation. Chapter 4. Notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for oneself and one's actions, and how doing so can create opportunities for growth and success. He argues that when others abdicate responsibility, they create openings for others to step up and make a difference, which can lead to personal and professional success. Key points: taking responsibility for oneself and one's actions is essential for personal and professional success. When others abdicate responsibility, it creates opportunities for others to step up and make a difference. Actionable steps: identify areas in your personal or professional life where responsibility has been abdicated. Consider how you can take responsibility in those areas and make a positive impact. Take action towards making a difference and seizing the opportunity for growth and success. Example: an entrepreneur who is part of a business partnership can identify areas where responsibility has been abdicated, such as marketing or customer service. They can consider how they can take responsibility in those areas and make a positive impact, such as by launching a new marketing campaign or improving customer service. They can then take action towards making a difference and seizing the opportunity for growth and success. Chapter 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries and guiding children towards responsible and virtuous behavior. He argues that allowing children to engage in behavior that is harmful or irresponsible can lead to negative consequences for both the child and their parents. Key points: setting boundaries and guiding children towards responsible and virtuous behavior is essential for their well-being and success. Allowing children to engage in harmful or irresponsible behavior can lead to negative consequences. Actionable steps: set clear boundaries and expectations for your children's behavior. Consistently reinforce these boundaries and expectations through positive reinforcement and consequences for negative behavior. Lead by example and model responsible and virtuous behavior for your children to follow. Example: an entrepreneur who is also a parent can set clear boundaries and expectations for their children's behavior, such as being respectful to others and taking responsibility for their actions. They can consistently reinforce these boundaries and expectations through positive reinforcement, such as rewarding good behavior, and consequences for negative behavior, such as loss of privileges. They can also lead by example and model responsible and virtuous behavior for their children to follow, such as showing integrity in business dealings and volunteering in the community. Chapter 6. Abandon ideology. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of avoiding ideological thinking and instead approaching complex issues with an open mind and a willingness to learn. He argues that ideological thinking can lead to oversimplification and polarization, and that embracing complexity and nuance is essential for finding effective solutions to difficult problems. Key points: avoiding ideological thinking and embracing complexity and nuance is essential for finding effective solutions to difficult problems. Ideological thinking can lead to oversimplification and polarization. Actionable steps: approach complex issues with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Seek out diverse perspectives and opinions on the issue to gain a more comprehensive understanding. Resist the temptation to oversimplify or polarize the issue, and instead strive for a nuanced understanding and a willingness to adjust your thinking as new information emerges. Example: an entrepreneur who is facing a difficult ethical issue in their business can approach the issue with an open mind and a willingness to learn, such as by researching different ethical frameworks or seeking out the perspectives of employees or stakeholders who may have different opinions. They can seek out diverse perspectives and opinions on the issue to gain a more comprehensive understanding, such as by consulting with a mentor or seeking out the opinions of industry experts. They can resist the temptation to oversimplify or polarize the issue, and instead strive for a nuanced understanding and a willingness to adjust their thinking as new information emerges, such as by considering the potential consequences of different ethical approaches and being open to feedback from others. Chapter 7. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of working hard and pursuing excellence in at least one area of one's life. He argues that the pursuit of excellence can lead to personal and professional success, and that the effort and discipline required to achieve excellence can have positive effects in other areas of one's life. Key points: pursuing excellence can lead to personal and professional success. The effort and discipline required to achieve excellence can have positive effects in other areas of one's life. Actionable steps: identify an area of your life where you want to pursue excellence, such as a specific skill or professional goal. Set specific, measurable goals for achieving excellence in that area. Work hard and consistently towards those goals, and track your progress over time. Example: an entrepreneur who wants to pursue excellence can identify a specific skill or professional goal they want to achieve, such as becoming a top salesperson in their industry. They can set specific, measurable goals for achieving excellence in that area, such as making a certain number of sales each month or improving their closing rate. They can then work hard and consistently towards those goals, such as by practicing sales techniques or seeking out mentorship from other successful salespeople, and track their progress over time. Chapter 8. Try to make one room in your house as beautiful as possible. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of creating beauty and order in one's environment, and how doing so can have positive effects on one's mood and well-being. He argues that creating beauty and order in one's immediate surroundings can also lead to greater clarity and purpose in one's life. Key points: creating beauty and order in one's environment can have positive effects on one's mood and well-being. Doing so can also lead to greater clarity and purpose in one's life. Actionable steps: identify a room in your home or workspace that you want to improve. Consider how you can make that room more beautiful and orderly, such as by adding decorative elements or organizing the space more effectively. Take action towards creating that beauty and order, and notice how it affects your mood and well-being. Example: an entrepreneur who wants to create a more beautiful and orderly environment can identify a room in their home or workspace that they want to improve, such as their home office. They can consider how they can make that room more beautiful and orderly, such as by adding plants or artwork or by organizing their desk and supplies more effectively. They can then take action towards creating that beauty and order and notice how it affects their mood and well-being, such as by feeling more inspired and motivated to work. Chapter 9. If old memories still make you cry, write them down carefully and completely. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of confronting and processing painful memories from one's past, and how doing so can lead to healing and personal growth. He argues that writing down painful memories in a careful and complete way can help to create distance and perspective, and to find meaning in past experiences. Key points: confronting and processing painful memories from one's past is essential for healing and personal growth. Writing down painful memories in a careful and complete way can help to create distance and perspective, and to find meaning in past experiences. Actionable steps: identify a painful memory from your past that still affects you emotionally. Write down that memory in a careful and complete way, such as by describing the events, your thoughts and feelings at the time, and how the experience has affected you since. Reflect on the meaning and lessons that can be drawn from that experience, such as what you learned about yourself or what you would do differently in the future. Consider seeking support from a therapist or trusted friend or family member to help process and make sense of the experience. Example: an entrepreneur who has a painful memory from their past can write down that memory in a careful and complete way, such as by describing a failed business venture or a difficult personal relationship. They can reflect on the meaning and lessons that can be drawn from that experience, such as what they learned about themselves or what they would do differently in the future. They can also consider seeking support from a therapist or trusted friend or family member to help process and make sense of the experience, such as by gaining insight into their own behavior or by finding new strategies for coping with difficult emotions. Chapter 10. Plan and work diligently to maintain the romance in your relationship. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of maintaining a sense of romance and intimacy in one's romantic relationships, and how doing so can lead to greater happiness and well-being. He argues that planning and working diligently to maintain the romance in a relationship is essential for keeping the relationship strong and healthy. Key points: maintaining a sense of romance and intimacy in one's romantic relationships is essential for happiness and well-being. Planning and working diligently to maintain the romance in a relationship is essential for keeping the relationship strong and healthy. Actionable steps: schedule regular date nights or romantic outings with your partner. Take time to express your love and appreciation for your partner, such as through small gifts or romantic gestures. Continuously work on improving communication and resolving conflicts in a healthy and constructive way. Example: an entrepreneur who wants to maintain the romance in their relationship can schedule regular date nights or romantic outings with their partner, such as by planning a special dinner or weekend getaway. They can take time to express their love and appreciation for their partner, such as by writing love letters or giving small gifts. They can also continuously work on improving communication and resolving conflicts in a healthy and constructive way, such as by seeking out couples counseling or practicing active listening skills. Chapter 11. Do not allow yourself to become arrogant or resentful. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of avoiding arrogance and resentment, and how doing so can lead to greater humility and empathy. He argues that recognizing one's own limitations and flaws is essential for personal and professional growth, and that cultivating a sense of empathy and understanding towards others is essential for building strong relationships and achieving success. Key points: avoiding arrogance and resentment is essential for greater humility and empathy. Recognizing one's own limitations and flaws is essential for personal and professional growth. Cultivating a sense of empathy and understanding towards others is essential for building strong relationships and achieving success. Actionable steps: practice self-reflection and identify areas where you may be prone to arrogance or resentment. work on cultivating greater humility and empathy, such as by acknowledging your own limitations and flaws or by seeking out opportunities to help others. Practice active listening and strive to understand others' perspectives and experiences. Example, an entrepreneur who wants to avoid arrogance and resentment can practice self-reflection and identify areas where they may be prone to these tendencies, such as in their interactions with employees or clients. They can work on cultivating greater humility and empathy, such as by acknowledging their own limitations and flaws or by seeking out opportunities to volunteer or support charitable causes. They can also practice active listening and strive to understand others' perspectives and experiences, such as by seeking out feedback from employees or engaging in constructive dialogue with clients. Chapter 12. Be grateful in spite of your suffering. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of cultivating a sense of gratitude, even in the face of hardship and suffering. He argues that finding meaning and purpose in difficult experiences is essential for personal and spiritual growth, and that practicing gratitude can help to foster a sense of resilience and hope. Key points: cultivating a sense of gratitude, even in the face of hardship and suffering, is essential for personal and spiritual growth. Finding meaning and purpose in difficult experiences can lead to greater resilience and hope. Actionable steps: practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment, such as through meditation or journaling. Identify areas of your life for which you are grateful, such as supportive relationships or personal achievements. Reflect on the lessons and growth opportunities that can be drawn from difficult experiences, such as what you have learned about yourself or how you have become stronger as a result. Take action towards expressing gratitude, such as by expressing appreciation to loved ones or volunteering in your community. Example, an entrepreneur who wants to cultivate a sense of gratitude can practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment, such as by meditating or journaling. They can identify areas of their life for which they are grateful, such as supportive relationships or personal achievements, and reflect on the lessons and growth opportunities that can be drawn from difficult experiences, such as how they have become more resilient or learned valuable lessons. They can also take action towards expressing gratitude, such as by expressing appreciation to their team members or by volunteering in their community.